Welcome back. This is second part of blood. Okay, so in this video we are going to cover blood group, blood transfusion or blood transfer, and blood disorders. Okay, so if you have not seen or studied the basics of blood components or blood cell types, then you can watch my first video. You can check that on my channel, and I will be mentioning the link in description box. Okay, so let's start. So just a quick revision. So what is blood? So it is a red fluid that circulates in our body and it delivers oxygen to each cell and tissue. Okay, that is the main function of blood. So it is also simply defined as a suspension of cells in plasma. Okay, so it is also known as a specialized type of connective tissue, right? Then what are the components? Components are RBC, WBC and platelets. So now we will start with blood typing, or it is also known as blood group. Okay, so blood typing is a test which is used to identify the antigens on a person's red blood cell. Okay, so this actually helps to determine the blood type or blood group. Okay, so if anywhere you get a question on blood typing, that means you need to write this test where you identify the blood group. Okay, so routine blood typing, it involves the determining of ABO-RH system. Okay, so RHD, it stands for RH factor. Okay, so we write it as RH positive or RH negative. Okay, so we have ABO system, blood system, where we have four blood groups: A, B, AB and O. Okay, and then we write the RH factor. If it is present, positive. It is, if it is absent, then we write it as negative. Okay, so blood typing, it is also performed before blood transfusion to ensure that blood of donor's blood is compatible to the patient. Okay, so to avoid some cross reactions, the blood typing is done. The patient's blood and donor's blood is matched, and then if it is compatible, then only the blood transfusion is done. Okay, so we will now see what is RH factor. Okay, so RH positive, it means people with RH positive blood, they have RH antigens. Okay, and that's why we write it as RH positive. So these peoples, they can have or they can receive RH positive and RH negative blood both. Okay, that they don't have any problem. But if the patient's blood group is Rh negative, then he has to get the blood that is also having the Rh negative factor. Okay, so people with Rh negative blood do not have Rh antigens. That's why we write it as Rh negative. And people with Rh negative blood, they can receive only blood that is also Rh negative. Okay, so even Rh factor is important, and we need to check that in blood typing. Okay, so this is a very simple chart where you can see that the person who has blood group A, he will have A antigens on the red blood cells, and antibodies in the plasma will be opposite, that will be anti-B, that is antibody for B antigen. Okay, so you will see that there is difference shown in the picture for group A and group B. Even the color of the antigens is shown different. Okay, so to understand. Okay, so the person who has group A blood will have anti-B antibodies, and the person who has group B blood, he will have anti-A antibodies. Okay, but the person who has both AB antigens, that means the blood group is AB, he will have no antibodies. Okay, because presence of even anti-A can have the coagulation reaction. Okay, so there are no antibodies for A and B in case of blood group AB. Okay, in case of O, the picture is different because O does not have any antigens. Okay, so the person who has O blood group, he will have anti-A and anti-B antibodies. Okay, so antigens, these are some chemical markers that act as the security device for our immune system. Okay, so each person has his own antigens as a marker. Okay, so each group has different blood type antigens. O has no antigens, A has A, B has B type of antigen, and AB has both A and B. Okay, so Rh factor, that is rhesus factor, we had already seen that it can be positive or negative. Okay, presence on the um, depend on the presence of the antigen. Yes, Rh antigen. Okay, so here you can see which person or which donor can donate blood to recipients. Okay, so you can see O positive is or O positive can donate to O positive, then A positive, then B positive, AB positive. Okay, so to these four peoples, O positive can donate, but O negative can donate to all. O positive, O negative, A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, and even AB negative. Okay, so that's why O negative is considered as universal donor. Okay, and A positive can donate to only two persons, A positive and AB positive. Same goes for B positive. B positive can also donate to two persons, that is B positive and AB positive. Okay, then A negative can donate to A positive, A negative, then AB positive and AB negative. Same goes for B negative. B negative donor can also donate to four persons, that is B positive, B negative, AB positive and AB negative. But AB positive can only donate to AB positive. Okay, and AB negative has two recipients, that is AB positive and AB negative. Okay, so you can use this for your answer. Okay, so O can donate to all groups because it has no Rh factor. Okay, so that is O negative. Okay, so that's why it is considered as universal donor. Okay, but Rh factor is absent, the person will have anti-Rh antibodies present in the blood. Okay, so you have to be careful while doing the blood typing test and be aware of this. Okay, so while donating blood, all information is written on the blood bag so that while further processing, no mistake or accidents happen, and to avoid the patient to suffer. Okay, so all this information is written on the blood bag. Okay, so that is also important. So why that is done? Because in case of blood transfusion, it helps a lot. Okay, so blood transfer or blood transfusion, now we will study that. So the transfer of blood or blood components from one person, that is the donor, to the bloodstream of another person, that is the recipient, this process is known as blood transfusion. Okay, so blood transfusion may be done as a life-saving operation to replace blood cells or blood products which are lost during the bleeding or due to the depression of bone marrow. That means the bone marrow is not functioning properly to produce the required blood cell type. Okay, so the transfusion can be, there are types, so it can be a whole blood, it can be a packed red blood cell, platelet, fresh frozen plasma, and clotting factor 8 or 9. Okay, WBCs are not transmitted because of the HLA, that is presence of human leukocyte antigen. Okay, so because of this human leukocyte antigen, WBCs are not transferred. Okay, so in case of blood transfusion, the first part is blood donation and collection. Okay, so this is done by the blood bank. Blood bank organizes the blood donation camps and then it collects the blood, preserves it, and if required, it processes the blood for getting the different types separated, or different blood cell types separated. Okay, and the second part is administration to the recipient, okay, or a patient, right? So these are these general criterias for blood donation. So the donor must be fit and healthy. Donor should not be suffering from transmittable diseases. The age can be between 18 to 65 years and weight is minimum 50 kg, or depending on your age the BMI is considered. Okay, and the HB level should be minimum 12.5. Okay, so the blood collection and blood bank. Okay, so this all work is done by blood bank. So each unit of blood is tested for evidence of hepatitis B or C, then HIV or syphilis or any other transmittable diseases. Okay, and then the blood is collected. Then this blood is processed into subcomponents. Okay, as we had seen that there are types of transfusion. So depending on the requirement, the blood is processed and it is kept. Okay, so the first part is whole blood, which it also contains some anticoagulant. Okay, so whole blood is unseparated blood containing an anticoagulant. Okay, so around 50 ml of anticoagulant, that is a preservative solution, is added to 450 ml of blood. Okay, the hemoglobin is approximately 12 gram per ml, and hematocrit, that is the volume of the red blood cells, is 35 to 45%. Okay, and there are no functional platelets in whole blood. Okay, then second point is about the storage. So between 2 to 6 degree centigrade the blood is uh, preserved in the refrigerator in the blood banks. And uh, in case of transfusion, the transfusion should be started within 30 minutes of the removal from the refrigerator, and then it should be completed within 4 hours. Okay, so this is regarding whole blood. Then next is packed cell volume. Okay, so what is this? This is the concentrated form of cells which are spun down. Okay, that means they are centrifuged. Okay, and approximately 330 ml with 50 to 70% hematocrit. Okay, that means the cell volume is 50 to 70%. Okay, so they are stored in a saline adenine glucose mannitol solution to increase their shelf life to 5 weeks, and they are also stored at 2 to 6 degree centigrade. Okay, then next is fresh frozen plasma. So it is rich in coagulation factors, means coagulation factor 8 and 9. Okay, so fresh frozen plasma is rich in coagulation factor and it is separated from whole blood, and it is stored at -40 to -50 degrees centigrade within a 2 years of shelf life. Okay, so the fresh frozen plasma has more shelf life. So it is the first line therapy in the treatment of coagulopathic hemorrhage. Okay, remember. Then next is platelets, and last is cryoprecipitate. Okay, so this is the supernatant precipitated of fresh frozen plasma, and it is rich in factor 8 and fibrinogen. Okay, so cryoprecipitate is stored at -30 degrees centigrade and with a 2 years of shelf life. Okay, so when it is removed from a refrigerator, it should be administered or infused within 6 hours. Okay, so this was about the types of transfusion. So now we will be studying the cross matching. Okay, so cross matching test is done to check the compatibility between donor and patient. Okay, so there are two tests. First is a major cross match and second is minor cross match. Okay, so mostly or widely a major cross match is done routinely. Okay, so what it has, it is done by mixing the patient's serum with donors RBCs. Okay, this determines whether the patient has an antibody which can cause a hemolytic transfusion reaction. Okay, so here antibody from patient is tested. In case of minor, the donor's plasma is mixed with patient's RBC. Okay, so it determines whether there is an antibody in the donor's plasma that directly it can have a cross reaction against a antigen on the patient cell. Okay, so the presence of antibodies that can be from a patient or a donor, those are checked in the cross matching test. Okay, so there should be no reaction in both cross matching tests. Okay, that is important. So this is a chart where you can see this is same related to the cross matching. Okay, so hemolysis or even weak agglutination of say 2 to 3 cells sticking together is also considered as incompatible. Okay, so if you see here, first example is for group O. Okay, so we know that group O persons, RBCs, they don't have any antigens. Okay, so antigens are absent, but the serum or the plasma will have anti-A and anti-B antibodies. Okay, so in case of the donor's red blood cells, you will see that in case of A, B and AB, there is agglutination shown. Okay, but there is no agglutination in case of donor type O cell. Okay, so this means that O is compatible with the donor who has group O blood. Okay, so you can see here when there is a light agglutination, it is shown in the test tube. Okay, so you can conclude depending on the table that whether it is a compatible match or not. Okay, so now we will be studying some blood disorders. Okay, so there are many diseases related to blood, but we will have a overlook on some of this. Okay, so first is anemia, then hemophilia, thrombocythemia, then leukemias and thalassemia. Okay, so first is anemia. So it occurs due to the significant shortage of healthy RBCs. Okay, so body does not get sufficient iron, and which is indicated by deficiency of hemoglobin in the RBCs. Okay, so due to this, patient may feel restless and loss of energy after a little activity. Okay, so this is because of the shortage of oxygen. Okay, so there are types of anemia: macrocytic and microcytic anemia, then iron deficiency anemia, hemolytic anemia and sickle cell anemia. Okay, then next is hemophilia. Okay, so this is an inherited bleeding or coagulation disorder. Okay, so actually there is no blood clotting. Okay, so this is because of absence of specific protein called clotting factor. So there are types, that is hemophilia A, which lacks factor 8, and hemophilia B, which lacks factor 9. Okay, so it is an inherited disease which is passed on from a gene located on X chromosome. Okay, so females are carriers of hemophilia, and if female carrier of hemophilia has a hemophilia gene on one of her X chromosome, so there are 50% chances that she can pass this disease or this defective gene to her male offspring. Okay, even some females, they do not suffer from hemophilia, but they are carriers. Okay, so male who develops the hemophilia do not pass it to their sons, but they do pass to their daughters. Okay, so in some cases it is seen that family history is there, and while in some of these cases it is seen that family history is not there. Okay, so as this can be a new or spontaneous development of defective genes in females. Okay, so this was about hemophilia. Then next is thrombocythemia. Okay, so there are types: thrombocytopenia and thrombocythemia. So first is the abnormal increase in platelets, and thrombocytopenia is abnormal decrease in the platelets. Okay, so thrombocytes means platelets, and cythemia is increase, and cytopenia is decrease. Okay, so when the cause is unknown, the term thrombocyte thrombocythemia is used, and as either primary thrombocytomia or essential thrombocytomia. Okay, the condition arises from a fault in bone marrow cell that overproduces the platelets. Okay, and in case of thrombocytopenia, low circulating platelet count is seen, and that's why it is given or concluded as thrombocytopenia. Okay, and it often occurs as a result of separate disorder such as leukemia or immune system problem. Okay, or it can be a side effect of taking certain medications, and it can affect both children and adults. The next is leukemia. So leukemia means cancer of blood cells. Okay, usually white blood cells. There is increased production, but they do not function properly. Okay, so those white blood cells crowd out the red blood cells and platelets that your body need to be healthy. Okay, and the extra white blood cells, they do not work properly. So there are types, that is acute lymphocytic leukemia, acute myelogenic leukemia. Okay, so when the cancer it develops in the lymphocytes, that is in lymphoid cells, it is known as lymphocytic. Okay, so you can see there are two terms, that is lymphocytic and myelogenous. Okay, so myelogenous is when the cancer develops in the granulocytes or monocytes, that is myeloid type of cells. Okay, so the another type is chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and fourth is chronic myelogenous leukemia. Okay, so this was about brief on leukemia. Then we have thalassemia. Okay, so thalassemia is also another inherited blood disorder that causes your body to have less hemoglobin than normal. Okay, so hemoglobin, it enables red blood cells to carry oxygen, but thalassemia, you will see in case of thalassemia even anemia is observed, and it leaves you fatigue. Okay, so persons may need regular blood transfer depending on the severity of this disease. Okay, so this was all about blood group, then blood transfusion, blood bank, and blood disorders. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Do like my videos, share these videos with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram by the same handle, that is Microbial Concept. Okay, thank you.